Hey there. For the next few minutes, I'd like to talk to you about the various types of inspections that are conducted on a home that is being built, under construction, or being renovated. And we'll talk about code inspections versus home inspections. But my goal here is to inform you of the types of code inspections listed in the code, but then try to convince you that a pre-drywall inspection, as well as a certified home inspection, are actually just as important, if not even more important, than a code inspection. Thanks for joining me. My name is Tosh. Let's first dive deep into the code inspections. When a house is being built or renovated, there are different types of inspections conducted that are listed and described in the code. These inspections are key to making sure a place is built to code. When a house is being built or fixed up, the person with the permit has to tell the building department when things are ready to be checked. Then the local inspector comes out and gives them the thumbs up or down, usually by phone, email, or a note on site. Beyond the mandated code inspections, building officials retain the authority to require additional inspections to ensure code compliance. In the 2024 International Residential Code, IRC, the following types of inspections are listed: the foundation inspection, the plumbing, mechanical, gas, and electrical systems inspection, the floodplain inspection, the frame and masonry inspection, and other inspections, and the fire resistance rated construction inspection. And finally, the final inspection. The pre-drywall inspection is not listed in the code. Neither is the certified home inspection. These two, pre-drywall and general home inspection, are conducted by certified home inspectors. The code inspections are conducted by local building officials. In the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you how important, how crucial, I think certified home inspectors are for everyone. Now, let's make this easy to understand. Home inspectors are not code inspectors. While home inspectors don't typically perform these official code inspections, a thorough understanding of them is crucial. That knowledge of building code and building standards, mixed with existing property inspection skills, means home inspectors can give people a really solid picture of what's going on. They can provide comprehensive and invaluable inspection services to their clients. Home inspectors are the trusted, neutral third-party professional who educates millions of homeowners every year with unbiased opinions and incredibly deep knowledge about building science, practices, and code. Home inspectors are the most important professional that a homeowner will ever hire. Let me explain why I think that. Let's dive deep into the types of code inspections that are listed in the codebook. And we'll be referencing the 2024 and 2021 International Residential Code, IRC. Let's start with the foundation inspection in 2024 IRC Section 109. We'll also be adding pre-drywall inspections and home inspections to the list. Let's start with the foundation inspection. The foundation inspection is typically the first inspection of the job site by a representative of the local building department. At that time, the inspector will verify that the foundation is located as shown on the approved plans and in accordance with the jurisdictional requirements for building setbacks and easements. Where a footing system is to be used, the footing trenches must be excavated and any required reinforcing steel must be in place. For foundation walls, the wall forms must be completely erected with the appropriate steel reinforcement placed within the forms. The column pads, thickened slabs, and other foundation work must also be ready for inspection prior to concrete placement. This inspection verifies proper foundation preparation and construction. It includes checks for poles, piers, trenches, forms, reinforcing steel, and thickened slabs. In essence, this inspection ensures the home's structural base is built well without any observed indications of major defects. The electrical, gas, mechanical, and plumbing systems that are to be concealed must be inspected and approved prior to their concealment. This is referred to as the rough-in inspection. Many home inspectors conduct this rough-in code inspection as a pre-drywall inspection. We'll talk about pre-drywall inspections in just a moment. Now, the rough-in inspector checks that the piping, ductwork, wiring, and gas lines are properly installed and that systems comply with code requirements. This rough-in inspection happens before walls and ceilings are covered. It verifies that these essential systems are installed correctly and safely. The effect of these systems on the structural integrity of the building must be reviewed after they are completed and ready to be covered. After all of the trades inspections are completed, approvals are granted prior to the inspection of the framing system. This inspection occurs before fixtures and appliances are installed. There's an exception for the backfilling of ground source heat pump loop systems, which is allowed after testing the system, but before final inspection. For any building constructed in a flood hazard area, the elevation of the lowest floor level must be established immediately after the placement of the floor system. Documentation of this elevation is evidence of compliance. If the documentation is submitted when the lowest floor level is established and before further vertical construction, errors in elevation may be corrected at the least cost. The elevation of the lowest floor is used by insurance agents to compute federal flood insurance premium costs. An error in the minimum required elevation may significantly increase the cost of flood insurance. If the elevation of the lowest floor goes uncorrected, all future owners will be exposed to flood hazards and incur the additional recovery costs and insurance costs. Documentation of elevations is required prior to the final inspection. For homes in designated flood hazard areas, this inspection is critical. The inspection happens after the lowest floor, including the basement, is placed, but before vertical construction begins. The building official requires documentation of the elevation of the lowest floor, prepared and sealed by a registered design professional. This ensures the home is built at the required elevation to minimize flood risk. The framing inspection is usually the final opportunity for the inspector to view all the items that will be concealed within the structure. Some home inspectors consider this as their pre-drywall inspection, but it's not. A pre-drywall inspection includes checking the framing. This inspection, the framing code inspection, includes inspecting only the structural framework of the building, as well as any fire blocking or draft stopping that will be contained within concealed spaces. All electrical, mechanical, gas, and plumbing inspections must be completed and approved prior to the framing inspection. This allows any framing members to be repaired while they are open for access. The framing inspection occurs after the rough-in inspections are approved. It verifies the structural integrity of the home's framing and masonry. The inspector checks that the roof, framing, masonry, fire stopping, draft stopping, and bracing are all correctly installed. This inspection ensures the home's structural framework is built well without any observed indications of major defects. Any item regulated by the code is subject to inspection by the building official to determine compliance with the applicable code provision, and no list can include all types of work in a given building. Also, other inspections before, during, or after the rough-in could be necessary. The building official has the authority to inspect any regulated work. A variety of other inspections, such as those for drywall or insulation, may be mandated by the building department to verify compliance with the code or other city ordinances. These inspections are generally established as a result of local concern regarding a specific portion of the construction process. The building official has the authority to make or require any other inspections to ascertain compliance with this code and other laws enforced by the building official. There are a limited number of situations in which fire resistance rated construction is required by the code. For example, where two or more dwelling units are located within the same structure, they are required to be completely separated from each other by a specified level of fire resistance. This is the case for two-family dwellings and townhouses. A second example would be the proximity of the building to an adjoining property line. Code requires exterior walls located less than 3 feet, 914 millimeters, from a property line, unless abutting a public way, to be of minimum 1-hour fire resistance rated construction. If either of these conditions should occur, an inspection of the fire resistance rated construction is required. The inspection for compliance with the fire resistance requirements of the code should happen when the covering materials are in place, but the fasteners are still exposed. This allows the inspector to verify the appropriate fastener type and location based on the code requirements. Where fire resistance rated construction is required between dwelling units or due to location on property, the building official can require an inspection of such construction after plaster or drywall are installed, but before any plastering or joint compound is applied, or before joints and fasteners are taped and finished. Okay, now let's talk about the pre-drywall inspection. A pre-drywall inspection, also known as a rough-in inspection, is a critical phase in the construction process of a new home or renovation project. It's not listed in the code, but it's important that all homes being built or under construction get a pre-drywall inspection. This type of inspection occurs after the foundation, the framework, the roofing, the exterior covering, doors, windows, mechanical systems, plumbing, and electrical have been installed and before the insulation and interior walls and ceilings are covered. The primary purpose of a pre-drywall inspection is to verify that the structural, mechanical, plumbing, and electrical systems have been installed correctly and comply with building codes, plans, and specifications. In essence, a pre-drywall inspection helps ensure the home systems are installed properly without any observed indications of major defects before the drywall is installed. That's why it's critical. This inspection provides an opportunity to identify and correct any issues before they become hidden behind the interior wall, ceiling, and floor coverings, where they could be challenging and costly to correct. The timing of this inspection has to be just right. A pre-drywall inspection is a critical inspection performed by trained home inspectors. It could identify major problems before they're covered up. Now, if you'd like to learn how to conduct a pre-drywall inspection, or any type of inspection for that matter, there's an online pre-drywall inspection course offered by a tuition-free nationally accredited college for inspectors. The course is online, self-paced, and includes an open book exam. And it's free for members of the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors, the world's leading organization of inspectors. Now, the final code inspection occurs after all work addressed by the code is complete, but prior to anyone occupying the building. The issues addressed in the final inspection cover all aspects of construction, including fire safety, life safety, and structural safety, as well as electrical, plumbing, gas, and mechanical items. All violations of the approved construction documents and permit are to be noted, and the holder of the permit is to be notified of the discrepancies. The final inspection must be approved before a certificate of occupancy can be issued. Final inspection shall be made by the building code official after the permitted work is complete and prior to occupancy. Let's talk about the home inspection. This is my favorite type of inspection because I think all homes should be inspected by a certified home inspector. A certified home inspection is a comprehensive evaluation of a home's condition conducted by a certified home inspector. And the home can be brand new with no one living in it yet, or it can be an existing home that's decades old. Home inspectors inspect apartments, condominiums, townhouses, multi-units, rentals, pre-listings, and pre-closings. A home inspection covers a wide range of systems, including the roofing, the exterior, heating, cooling, ventilation, plumbing, hot water, structural, the electrical, attic, insulation, ventilation, bathrooms, laundry, and garage and kitchen, and even more. A home inspection provides a detailed written report describing the home's condition as observed on the day of the inspection, identifying potential issues, and offering recommendations to further evaluate, monitor, and correct. Unlike code inspections, home inspections focus on the overall condition and functionality of the home, not strict code compliance. Home inspections are not code inspections. Home inspectors can't enforce building codes. Only the local authorities having jurisdiction can interpret the adopted and amended code that is enforced in the area in which the home is located. So, why get a home inspection? Home inspections are important for buyers, sellers, renters, and homeowners. You don't want to buy or rent a house that has problems, right? Home inspectors teach people how homes work and explain what needs fixing. If you're buying, make sure your biggest investment is safe, functioning, and healthy by getting it inspected. If you own a house, save money by challenging contractors' unnecessary repairs by first calling your unbiased home inspector. If you're renting, your professional inspector can document problems for the landlord to fix before you move in. Home inspections are performed at any time, not just during construction. Home inspectors stand as the trusted, neutral third party in the real estate process. Home inspectors abide by a code of ethics. They also follow a home inspection standards of practice. They are trained and certified. They possess a deep and broad knowledge of building standards, enabling them to understand the whole house as a system of interdependent parts, where one part affects many others. Their knowledge and experience allows them to identify defects and problems that arise from a home's natural aging, wear, and tear. Home inspectors provide unbiased opinions and educate homeowners, ensuring people are fully informed about the actual condition of their property. Essentially, the home inspector is the professional that ties all of the other inspection types together and then goes further by evaluating how the home is performing as a whole system. The home inspector is the most important person to the homeowner when it comes to understanding the home. Every home should be inspected by a certified home inspector. Why? Because not every home is built according to the highest standards. Not every home is safe and healthy. When you know what's going on in your house, you stop guessing and start knowing. Get educated. Get empowered. Get inspected. Find your local inspector by visiting the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. Let's summarize everything here. We've covered a lot about the different types of inspections, from the ones building officials do to the ones performed by home inspectors. Here's the main thing. Understanding these types of inspections, including the code inspections, makes home inspectors better at what they do. First off, knowing the code inspections, foundation, rough-ins, framing, and all that, gives home inspectors a solid background on how homes are supposed to be built. It helps them see potential problems before they become big issues. The pre-drywall inspection, that's where home inspectors can really shine. It's their chance to see everything before it gets covered up. They can catch things that others might miss, and that's a huge value for homeowners and builders. And if you want to get trained on pre-drywall, there's a free course on pre-drywall inspections, offered by a tuition-free, nationally accredited home inspector college of the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. Then finally again, there's the certified home inspection, my favorite. It's a comprehensive look at the house, covering everything from the foundation to the roof. It's about giving people a clear picture of their home's condition. Every home should be inspected by a certified home inspector. The home inspector plays a uniquely vital role in all of this. Home inspectors are the ones who have to understand how all these different systems work together. They're the ones who find the defects and problems, helping people make informed decisions about their homes. They are the trusted, neutral professionals who provide unbiased opinions and educate homeowners with their deep knowledge of building standards, the conditions of existing buildings, and property maintenance. Basically, home inspectors give homeowners peace of mind. They're the ones who help people make informed decisions, whether they're buying, selling, renting, or just keeping their homes in good shape. So keep learning, keep inspecting, and keep providing that valuable service. Home inspectors are the most important professionals that homeowners will ever hire. Thank you for listening, and be sure to email us if you ever need anything. Do good. Stay safe. Thanks.